Okay, today's focus is political parties. We have already completed Washington's Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Washington's leadership in Whiskey Rebellion, Washington's cabinet members, Hamilton's economic bank plan, and now we are going to put in origins of political parties. So, what does this have to just do with everything? Because the reason we have political parties will have a lot to do with Hamilton's plan and Jefferson opposing it, and has a lot to do with the fact that Washington chose for his cabinet two men that couldn't think more differently, and which maybe was kind of smart for Washington because he got two different points of view. Um, but on the other side, it made people say, are you team TJ or team Alex? So it made a big division. All right, so today we're going to see where political parties came from. You should have already watched the video on what a political party is. There's a brain drain that has this triangle that we're going to learn about, and it's going to help you get some answers right 100% of the time. Today is one of the most tested topics, and it is one of the most easiest. Isn't that great? Onto why we have political parties. But we'll get some background first. So here I go. I am going through. Oh, here we are. So everyone should be on this page right here, the development of American political parties. I'm going to kind of, y'all can discuss this as you choose, but of course, these are two, this is Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump. They are part of two political parties. And here's the most ironic part of all of today. George Washington was not in a political party. He is the only person in American history of a president who was not in a political party. In fact, George up here, George, where are you? George said political parties are bad. Don't ever have them. But guess what? John Adams was a political party. TJ, when he's the third president, then James Madison, James Monroe, and then all the way to the current president today, Biden. He is part of a political party. So, George, you are special in so many ways. Okay, back to political parties. Moving, and a grooving here. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. And for the most part, y'all will be doing this on your own. This is an extremely easy read, and the answers will jump out and scream, hi, I'm the answer. So to not do this means you are not giving any effort at all, because you are all capable of doing this very, very easily and getting very basic surface dry information. I mean, this is not looking too deep. So how do we end up with what we have today called the Democrats and Republicans, except that's not the first two names. Political party names have changed and viewpoints have changed over time. So here's what you're actually going to be completing. I want you to tell me the beginning signs of political parties. What happened in the election of 1796 that had something to do with political parties? The election of 1800, Andrew Jackson, later development. And here's the part. Here's the answers. Again, are you paying attention? Here's the answers. That means you're not coming up with your own answers. You are categorizing these into the right spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them in the right spot. Well, guess what? You can read through and you will see, oh my gosh, how this easy read will have the answers jump out at you. I would like to see the person on the right, then left, right, left, right, left. Read out loud. If you're not sure of a word, try your best. Keep reading. But for the most part, this is a very, very, very simple read that I know you can do. So, you and your partner out loud, or three people, you could go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If there's three of you, you're going to read this out loud. Then y'all are going to work together to answer, put the correct answers in the right box. And then by the end of this, everybody should have the same exact answers. Okay? And we will see how we got from, well, what told us we're going to have political parties to all the way what we have today. All going to have the same answers. Okay, so the teacher in the room is going to pause that so that y'all can take a good 10 to 15 minutes to make sure you have this complete. I'd say 10 minutes, and check and make sure we all in the classroom agree. So now's the time to pause the video. Alrighty, so now you know we have political parties. Our first signs are yes, our Federalists and Anti-Federalists are our first signs of those political parties. And then the names change because we don't have a political party called Federalists and Anti-Federalists. And so you saw how it turned into what we have today. Okay. And it will be the last time we talk about political parties, as you know, they'll come up more. This was just an overview. All right. So let's see who we blame really Hamilton and Jefferson for political parties because they so strongly disagreed. We have our Federalists and our Anti-Federalists, and they just, I like to imagine them not in, if you got to see that video of them from the HBO series, the reenactment, them calmly disagreeing, I like to think of them as being much more angry, like this cabinet rap battle you're going to listen to. But we have to do some more categorizing. So the main reason we have political parties was the disagreement between these two men. So to remind you of their argument, one of their first big arguments was over Hamilton's bank plan to get the United States out of debt to help the economy. So to remind you his argument, Hamilton said the national bank. I'm sorry, Jefferson said. And this is Jefferson. So if y'all were in the room saying she is losing her mind, this is the picture of Jefferson, and this is Hamilton. I feel like I should have put them on the other sides. Yours will just look different. Right? That's Hamilton. Okay. Anyways. Jefferson says the national bank was unconstitutional. He argued the Constitution did not give the government the power to establish a national bank. Remember that Jefferson believes in the federal government not being powerful. They should have very little control over the economy and people. Whereas Hamilton, he disagrees. He says the Constitution has the elastic clause allowing the Congress to do whatever is necessary and proper for the good of the country, which is a very vague comment. Remember, Hamilton believes in strong federal power, that the federal government should be very involved in individual lives. So, you are going to also see a rap battle from the Hamilton play. I love the cabinet rap battle. I'm very entertained by these. I'm your weird teacher who's not a big fan of Hamilton. Miss Wainwright, obsessed. Miss Jensen, obsessed. So if you are one of those Hamilton play lovers, you can go, geek it out with them and talk about it. I think Miss Jensen actually went to go see it. I am more intrigued with actually Thomas Jefferson. So I think he is extremely interesting. I'm more Team Jefferson, while they're more Team Hamilton, except Jefferson doesn't have a famous play, so he didn't get super popular. But I love this rap battle. And this is way cooler if you are educated. So I always wonder people who forget their American history and how they were able to watch this. So I would have your teacher go ahead and pause the video so that you can listen to the cabinet rap battle, which is very entertaining, and then come back and I'll give you these directions. Go watch this. OMG, isn't that entertaining? And some really great lines in there. So, and the more you know about history, the more laughing that you can do at that video. So, here we go. Here is your job. Here's Alexander. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks. Thomas Jefferson, 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks. Here are 8 statements. You have to categorize them on the right spot. Do you have to write the whole thing? Yes. Don't be lazy. Can you write U.S.? Of course. Can you just write the Bank of the U.S.? Yes. But I'm going to tell you it's going to be marked wrong if I see like 5 words in here. No, you cannot draw arrows. No, you cannot number them 1 through 8 and then write this down. Absolutely not. That will give you a 0. Write these out in the correct boxes. Now, if I were you, me and the person next to me are going to put like an A or T or H or J, TJ or Alex maybe next to them. So, for example, the first bank of the United States will help our economy by allowing us to make money from loans. Who would say that in an argument over Hamilton's bank plan? Who would say this, TJ or Alex? Well, it sounds like someone who is for the first bank, which is definitely Hamilton. So I might write Alex right here, or Hamilton, with my partner. And I'm going to go through each of these and do that with my partner before I go write them in. So I don't have to do all the crazy erasing. So I'll probably put, TJ or Alex by each one. There will be 4 for TJ and 4 for Alex. That easy. Okay. So your job here is to tell me their point of view, their arguments. Okay, who would say each one of these? The whole class should have the same answers. So once you've done working on this with a partner, y'all are going to make sure and agree, and the teacher in the classroom will help y'all to make sure we all have the same things categorized. When we have that all done, you are successful with this. And then I will also have a separate little quick video to show you the brain drain on how you remember why we have political parties in America today. All right, start categorizing those points of view.